An area community has seen a rise in violent crimes this year. Thanks for joining us. I'm Phil Aldridge.
And I'm Allie Peters. 2 homicides, dozens of aggravated assaults, and hundreds of drug arrests in Wausau. But is this really different from any other year? News 9's Courtney Terlecki is digging deeper into the crime rates, and she joins us now in Wausau with a closer look.
From a cemetery shooting to multiple baseball bat beatings to several confrontations involving teens and guns. It may have seemed like a violent year in Wausau, but is it really? I looked back through the numbers from the last nearly 2 decades to see what, if anything, has changed. October 3rd.
Alerting Wausau. You can respond down to the area of Pine Grove Cemetery. We have a report of a possible gunshot wound.
A shooting that shook the Wausau community.
It's insane. It needs to stop.
A gunman killing 1 person and injuring 2 others.
I don't want my children to grow up in a world where this is the norm.
Capping off a violent couple of months.
We're not immune to some of these issues.
It started early June. A teen fatally shot on North 2nd Avenue. His friend saying he accidentally pulled the trigger.
Troy was an awesome kid, just an amazing young man.
Just after that, late June, 4 teens were charged with beating another teen in the Wausau school forest.
Complaining of rib pain, he was kicked and hit. He was also having trouble breathing.
Then July. A teen allegedly beaten with a baseball bat and left in critical condition on Chicago Avenue.
He was minutes away from losing his life.
A drive-by shooting reported several days after. Later that week, 2 teens accused of firing shots just outside of downtown Wausau.
At the end of the day, it's an ethical issue with the children.
Mid-September, a Wausau teen shot in a drug deal gone bad.
Unacceptable in our communities.
So far in 2019, there have been 118 violent crimes.
Times have changed, so you just don't know what to expect from day to day.
That includes homicides, robberies, rape, and aggravated assault. But those numbers.
When I look at violent crime over the last couple of decades, it's really relatively flat.
Check this out. You can see most categories staying relatively even over the years with slight ups and downs. Over the last couple decades, anywhere from 0 to 2 homicides in Wausau a year, and violent crimes ranging from 87 to 124. Now, the one spot you'll see that big increase?
Our focus is on methamphetamine and heroin.
Drug arrests.
And those are really the 2 drugs that we see really having a significantly negative impact in our community.
Peaking at more than 600 last year.
And it's because we've made that a focus.
Which means the problem hasn't necessarily grown, just the focus.
In 2013, we changed kind of how we are attacking the drug epidemic.
So if the numbers haven't changed much, why does it feel to some like crime has grown?
An increase in social media usage, so I think people are able to consume information at a much faster pace than they were 2 decades ago.
Wausau Police Chief Ben Bliven says there are numerous partnerships and programs to try and combat the drug epidemic and crime.
We have our crisis assessment response team, our CART team, that works with individuals who have mental health needs. We have partnered with the district attorney's office and the sheriff's department on our diversion program. There's a lot of things that our community is doing to try and reduce the impact and reduce the crime that occurs in our community.
Because regardless of the numbers,
Wausau it's a tremendous community. There are a lot of unbelievably great people here.
While the crime rate has stayed relatively stagnant here in Wausau, I compared it to other cities and even counties here in the Badger State. I'll have those numbers up at WAOW.com. In Wausau, Courtney Terlecki, News 9, WAOW.